right, let's go ahead and begin. We'll start in mountain pose. Just make your way up to the top of your mat or just stagger yourselves if you're next to someone. Begin our practice here. We'll take a few deep breaths just to get connected and reacquainted with breathing. Just a steady breath in, maybe a nice expansive breath in to feel your lungs open up, your heart opening. And exhale and just feel that release, letting go, that emptiness. And then once again, fill yourself up. Full deep breath in. And exhale, letting it all go. Perfect. Good. Just continue breathing, just at your own pace. Noticing what it feels like to breathe in and out. Maybe even how you're breathing. Are you breathing through your nose? Is your mouth open and breathing with your mouth? Or maybe mouth is closed, but you're using throat muscles to activate your breathing. That's our Ujjayi pranayama. Ujjayi pranayama. That throat breathing. Just generating a good energy within you. Preparing for your practice. And perhaps take the next few breaths just to check in with your body. Notice how you're feeling today. You might even add movement. It might be a simple circling of your shoulders or shrugging of your shoulders. Gentle, light movement of head and neck. Maybe ear to shoulder or nod yes. Shake head no. Just work your way down your body. How's your back? How's your hips? Down your legs. Check in with your knees, your ankles, your feet and your toes. That's it. Good. Just steady breathing. Helping you to take this journey inside of self. Knowing that this is your practice. Move in the way that feels good to you today. If you need to slow down, then go slowly. If you need to modify any pose or even skip postures, honor that. And certainly rest whenever you need to. We'll take 3 more breaths here as we now prepare our bodies to move. Just feel this energy still surging through your body, and we'll turn that energy into movement. Good. And when you're ready, inhale, extend your arms out and up, reach high, big stretch. Yes, and exhale, we'll fold forward. So we're hinging at the hips. Do soften the knees as much as you need to so you can carefully make your way down, maybe touching your toes. You don't have to touch your toes here. And inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or your knees. Only rise up halfway. Just pause for a second as you feel your spine lengthen. Then exhale, just melt your way back down. Just slide down the shins to your forward fold, just to a place that just feels good to you. It doesn't feel like you're straining any parts of your body. And while you're here, just notice what this feels like. Maybe a stretch through your legs, down your back. Yeah, add movement here. Still checking in. How are your shoulders? How is your back, your hips, your legs? Two more breaths. We'll carefully make our way back up to standing first. Shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. Start lifting upper body as you extend your torso. Then inhale, reach out with your arms and all the way up, reaching towards the ceiling. Good. On your exhale, you can bring your hands together down to your heart or bring your arms down to your side. That'll finish that flow. That's our half salute to the sun. Just go ahead and repeat that same sequence. Again, just moving at your own pace. Inhale, reaching out and up, lengthening through your arms. Good stretch to the sides of your body. Exhale, we'll swan dive forward. Always okay to bend your knees as you make your way down. Again, maybe touching toes or only going down to touch your shins. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward. Long spine. Exhale, fold. Complete release of head, neck, and shoulders as you're able. That same weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees to lower hips. We'll inhale, come all the way back up, reaching high. And exhale, either hands to heart or arms to your side. Very good. We'll pause. Come back to your breath. Let your breath guide you in your practice today. Breath being the foundation of your practice. Let's continue. We'll add on. Inhale, sweep arms out and up, lengthening through the sides of your body. Exhale, leading with your heart. Fold forward. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine, parallel to the floor. And this exhale will fold, all the way down we go. Bend your knees enough so you can place your hands on your mat near the top edge of your mat and walk or step or even hop both feet to the back end of your mat. Just lower your hips just to shoulder level. So you draw a straight line from head to heel as we arrive in plank pose. Pause for a moment as you feel the strength in your body, especially upper body. Let's take a breath in. On your exhale, bend your knees a little and send your hips up into the air while your head and chest is dipped between the arms. Keep your knees soft. Hips will continue to rise until you come to a natural stop. And you'll be in downward facing dog. If you need to, make some adjustments of your feet on your mat, even your hands. And again, just settle into your pose. We're going to be here for a moment, so either just hold here, breathe with the sensations. If you need to rest, you can always come down to your knees. Add movement like pedaling the feet. Whatever feels good here. Let's continue our flow. Take a full breath in, once again filling up your heart space. Exhale, bend your knees so you can walk, step, or hop both feet. Return to the top of your mat. You'll be in forward fold. Good. Inhale, rise up halfway, long spine. Feel like you're coming forward. Good extension. Exhale, melt your way back down. Carefully rising, weight shift into heels, bend your knees to lower hips, and we'll inhale, come all the way up, reach high. We're gonna keep this moving. On your exhale, take chair pose or a chair-like position. That's it, just sitting back. You don't even have to sit back too far or too low. Even right here is good. Unless you'd like to go a little deeper, we're not gonna hold it too long. We'll take a breath in, and exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes. There we go, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. It's good extension of spine. Exhale, fold all the way down we go. Softened knees, hands to the mat out in front of you. Walk, step, or hop feet back to plank pose. There you go. Holding for a moment, arriving here. We took a shortcut last time to down dog. You can do the same thing. Or if you like, finish your push-up. Bend your elbows, lower your body down. You can certainly bring your knees to the floor first, then bend elbows to carefully lower your way down. Your back bend, if you're going through that sequence, could be low, like a low cobra or sphinx, or right into upward facing dog. Then arrive in downward facing dog. Make some adjustments with your feet and your hands. Keep knees soft so hips can continue to rise. You'll be in down dog. Let's add a lunge. Inhale to extend right leg up. Let's hold for a moment, reaching long. You don't have to lift high, just long. Reaching towards the back wall is good. There it is. Breathe in. With your exhale, let's step forward. So right foot to the top of the mat or just behind the right hand is good. Yeah, there you go. Turn left heel to the floor behind you. Whole foot's on the floor. Be sure you put weight in that foot, so you may need to shift your body weight back so you can really plug that foot into the ground. So you can easily lift your hands, reaching forward or out to the side as you rise up to a warrior one. Once we're here, we're reaching up and lunging a little lower. Let's just hold that for a moment. Good. Nice alignment. Yes, right knee and toes pointing forward for the most part. Yeah, you've got it. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Let's return to the earth. Plant the hands strongly into the floor so you can slide or pull the right foot back into plank pose. Brief pause. Still welcome to take a shortcut to downward facing dog or go through a full sequence. Chaturanga Dandasana, that's the bottom of the push-up. Inhale to a back bend that feels good to you here. Good. And exhale, downward facing dog. Each moment, just listening to and responding appropriately to your body. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Same thing, we're reaching, we're holding, we're breathing. Nice long leg, long torso and arms. Breathe in. And exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat. Wiggle the toes forward if you need to, or pick up the foot and place it where you want to. And then plug right heel into the floor, shifting weight back. Once you got all that in place, then we can rise. Inhale, up. And exhale, and just kind of finish settling into the posture. Good reach. Energy in the arms, hands, and fingers. Nice lunge, noticing the sensations and the strong legs here. We'll breathe in and exhale. Hinge and fold, hands to the earth. Slide left foot back, plank. Complete the series as you'd like. It might be different every time, which is good. Again, just listening to your body and what it needs at that moment. We'll meet together in down dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet back up to the top of the mat. Let's inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Now we're going to stay here for a moment. If your hands are on your shins or ankles, maybe just bend your knees a little more so you can get closer to the ground. Not that you have to touch the ground, just a little lower. You don't want to strain or force. Even shift your weight forward toward your toes, even to the point where you feel like you need to grip your mat with your toes. And with that gripping, you'll feel an energy in the backs of your legs, particularly in your hamstrings, just to engage and hold you in place. All right, lean back into the heels. Bend your knees, lower hips, start lifting upper body. We'll inhale, reach out and up, get very tall. Reach into the sky. Then exhale, just bring your arms down to your side. Okay. Even take a moment, checking in, maybe a little movement of shoulders. All right. We'll be working with legs today. Hamstring work, triangle pose will be one of our featured postures. We're using straps today to help with some of that stretching. All right, let's just keep it moving. Here we go. Inhale, reaching out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Taking your time. Inhale, rise up halfway. That same little weight shift towards toes. Crown comes forward. Exhale, fold. Bent knees, hands to the earth. Walk, step, or hop, feet back, plank pose. Come right down if you like to. Chaturanga Dandasana, or skip this, or modify as we meet together in downward facing dog. Make some adjustments once you arrive. We'll just add on. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. And exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Once landed, turn left heel to the floor. Be sure to shift weight back into that foot. Once you feel grounded, then rise. You can just take your time with that sequence. Exhale, opening up to the left side of the room as your arms come down to parallel. That's nice. And just adjust your feet, get them in the good spot so your joints feel good. Hips feel good, knees, ankles. Okay, so you can feel strong and solid here without any binding in the joints there. Side angle, let's reach forward, angled upper body, and rotate the arms. That's it, nice. Reach down with the right hand, left hand reaching up. Now, you don't have to touch the ground. Yeah, you can stay up high, perfect. You can bring your arm or hand right up on the thigh if you need to or want to. Still want to feel that balance between both feet, because we are bringing a lot more weight forward towards that front knee and foot, but you still want to feel balanced. Hips are your center here. Okay, take a breath in. Exhale, we'll turn and fold, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Complete your series as you'd like. Changing it up if you'd like to. Finishing in down dog. Adding on. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Then exhale, stepping left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel to the earth. Plug it in, find your center and balance, then rise. With an exhale, opening up to the right side of the room. Arms come down to parallel. Check in with your legs, strong foundation. Hips, knees, and ankles feel good. You feel spacious. They don't feel bound up. Side angle, follow the left arm forward, angled upper body. Let's rotate here. Again, stay up high if that feels better to you. If you do choose to go a little lower, take your time to get there. Nice, there it is. Feeling the center. Where is your center? Do you feel like there's a lot of weight or pressure in the left knee? Okay, that you might need to, if that's the case, maybe you rise up a little bit so you can easily shift the weight back towards hips or that back foot. Here we go, breathe in. Exhale, turn and fold, hands back down to the floor. Pull left foot back, plank, and complete your series. Holding in down dog for just a moment. Then we're going to do some floor work. So gently come down to your knees. We'll sit back briefly into hero, then sit off to the side so you can extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to do a seated forward fold, kind of similar to that standing forward fold. You're welcome to use a strap. Okay, you don't have to use a strap, but you're certainly welcome to for sure. So have it handy, but we'll start with staff pose. So a staff pose, straight-ish legs. If you need to put a bend in the knees, that's fine. But do flex the feet, make them active. You want a long spine, so just place your hands on the floor by your hips, just pushing down in order for you to lift up, just in case you feel kind of compressed in your back and spine, want to lift and create some space. And if you're able, roll shoulders back, squeezing shoulder blades together. Feel that engagement, upper back. With an exhale, pull belly in and feel the engagement here. That should keep you up. Okay. All right, so the options are, as we get into our seated forward fold, you can use a strap, get the strap around the foot, and I'll guide you there. Or if you're going to use free hands, you might extend your arms up and just carefully fold. Maybe hands land at shins and just gradually make your way down. Okay, so you choose how you want to work your pose. I'm going to use strap. Alrighty. So an inhale just to feel the length of spine. You're good. Exhale, start to fold. If you're using a strap, a little tug of the strap to ease yourself forward. Okay. So initially what I typically do is I like to keep the legs relatively straight. My spine is still straight, just kind of leaning forward a little bit. I'll just pause here for a couple breaths. But then for my body to go a little deeper without forcing it, bend my knees, lower my chin, round my back, and that way I have more space to easily and gently go deeper into this fold. I can still hold onto the strap, or if you have free hands, maybe hands are at shins, or maybe you can reach your toes. So you decide. Yes. Wherever you are, just breathe into sensation. Breathe with the sensation. If it feels like it's too much, or maybe your breath gets a little tight or shortened, then you may want to soften the pose a little bit so you can still take deep breaths. It might mean just bend the knees a little bit more, or maybe slide your hands up to your ankles or shins. Wherever you are, just noticing sensation, whether it's in the backs of your legs, it might be down your back as well. Spend a little bit more time here just so the body can really benefit from the hold, the stretch. Good. Let's take 3 more breaths. After your 3rd breath, if you are using a strap, can you release the strap where you are? Free your hands. Let's all free our hands. Reach forward, and with an inhale, just hinge your way back up. Rise back up until you're nice and tall. If the knees were bent, see if you can straighten the legs a bit here. Make a nice capital L. Reach high, long legs. Breathe in, and the exhale, just bring your hands back down by your side, returning to that staff pose for a moment, right here. All right, if you got a strap in the way, let's get that out of the way. And we're going to guide our way into boat pose. So from our staff pose, maybe just step your hands back. You can spin the hands to a more comfortable place and then just drag your heels towards yourself to bend your knees. This could be your boat pose. You can stay here for your boat. Or you might hold on to your legs here or just reach out front. Again, you can keep the heels on the floor, or if you'd like, maybe leaning back and walking heels towards myself, until I find that balance. Here's my center. Now the feet easily lift without much effort. And then keep the knees bent with active feet, or straighten the legs, flexed feet or pointed toes, outstretched arms. So lots of variations. You may be here, or you may still be way back here. All are very effective. Just as long as you're breathing, good engagement. All right, we're going to move from here, breathing in and exhale. Cross legs if you can, hands in front or even hands to the side so you can unfold the legs. Get them back behind you. Take your time if you need to. Back to our plank pose. And still feel the core engagement, belly button pulling up towards spine. And we'll all take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, send your hips into the air. Head and chest dip between the arms. Okay, adding on. Inhale, extend right leg up. And exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, going to a high lunge this time, which means our left heel stays lifted behind us. Join your toes. Shift your body weight back towards that lifted left heel. Still want to find that balance. Okay, extension of spine, then rise up. Reaching up. And a little bit of a lunge. Yeah, now this takes a little bit more balance since that back foot isn't on the floor. We've got that heel lifted, right? So we can feel a little wobbly. So we want to engage the legs. Squeeze the legs towards each other. That'll really engage here. Make sure you're engaging core. Good reach, good effort in the body. That can help, okay, with the balance. We're going to rise up to straighten mostly this front leg. Pivot left heel to the floor. You're going to turn sideways towards the windows and drop your arms to parallel. Now we're prepped for triangle pose. We're going to do various variations of this posture, but this is just introduction of the pose to our body. So let's just reach forward, angled upper body, rotate the arms here. So right hand down, left hand up. And kind of like your side angle, you don't have to go down too far. Your hand might be at your thigh, could be at your knee, maybe your shin. So this is just to introduce the pose to our bodies. We'll be coming back to this pose and give some variations of the pose. So just feel where you are. Notice how it feels. Good hamstring stretch. This works the hips. Ready to come out of the pose. Bend your right knee so you have some leverage. It's a lunge. Let's come up, passing through a warrior two, and reverse your warrior. So you can reach up with the right hand. It could be just straight up, or even slightly behind you for a side stretch. Good. And then a big cartwheel out of the pose, around and down to the floor with both hands. A step back, plank pose, pausing for just a little realignment. Soft knees, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Alrighty, so same thing, other side. Here we go. Inhale, extend left leg up into the air, going to high lunge. Exhale, step left foot forward. Right heel stays lifted. Shift the body weight back. There you go. Take your time. Finding your center. Rise when you're ready. And then kind of plug it all in. We're reaching high. We're lunging low. But feeling that engaged leg sensation. Squeezing inward. So you feel this outer thighs, maybe your hips. Focus is forward. Core engaged, your breathing, of course. Let's rise up, straightening mostly this front leg. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms to parallel. Now, if the feet feel like they're too far apart, you can always bring them closer together. That's fine for triangle. And then reach out over the left set of toes. Rotate the arms. Good. Modify if you need to. If you feel like you went too low, just slide back up the leg. Check in what your body's saying. Good. Breathing, being here in the moment, just noticing the body in this posture, what sensations are arising. Good hamstring stretch. Maybe it feels a little different on this side. All right, ready to move. Let's bend the left knee, giving us leverage so we can come up, passing through warrior two, reversed warrior, reach straight up or even slightly behind. And here comes our cartwheel or windmill out of the pose. Around and down to the floor in front. Let's step back, plank. Still okay to take a shortcut to down dog or complete the full vinyasa if you'd like, coming down to the bottom of the push-up. Create your back bend, and then downward facing dog. Full breath in. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop both feet back up to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. So we're going to do another hold here. Different sensation with the hands, fingers, and toes. So here, a little lean back into the heel so you can lift your toes. You're going to take your peace fingers, so your index finger and your middle finger, peace fingers, and then if you can, hook them around your big toe. And then the tips of your thumbs will touch the tips of your toes. Lean forward a little bit. Inhale, extend spine like you're trying to come forward. Lengthening. Then exhale, since you're holding onto the toes, let that help guide you down to your forward fold. You don't have to pull too hard, and you certainly don't have to go down too far. Okay? So a different way to do standing forward fold. Just hooking the fingers around the toes there. 2 more breaths. All right, you're going to lean back to the heels so you can release the toes. Keep leaning back into the heels, bend your knees, lower hips, start lifting upper body, feel the re-extension of spine. Inhale to reach out with the arms and all the way up. You might even pause here for a second just to get out of that fold sensation. And exhale, you can bring your arms down to your side. All right, very good. All righty. Okay, let's do a quick tree pose. For a little balance. Balancing on 2 feet initially, standing in mountain pose, softening the knees. We're going to start shifting weight over to right foot, plugging it into the earth. We'll inhale, get tall, so feel the breath rise to fill the lungs. Exhale to engage like in boat, right? We're going to pick up the left foot, bending the knee, flexing the foot, nice strong leg here, very engaged. We're just going to start swinging that knee out until it just naturally stops. It might end up just pointing to the corner of the room, maybe to the side of the room, and then just placing the foot on the inside of your standing leg. It could be up here, above the knee, or below the knee, or even using the floor. Inhale when you're ready, reaching arms up, good extension. Exhale, engage. I'm going to come down low so you have a good focus in front of you without a distraction. Good reach, energy, arms and hands and fingers. Breathing, using that boat breath. Engaging. Like you were doing boat pose. Nice. That knee kind of swings out a little bit. All right, let's keep the arms extended. We'll swing this left knee forward, lifting the knee with the flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground so you can rebalance on both feet, and then just bring your arms back down to your side. Yes. And finish. Kind of shake all that loose. Your shoulders, that right foot, your feet, your toes. Nice. Good. We're returning to our mountain pose, ready for the other side. Soft knees, start shifting weight into the left foot. We'll inhale, get tall, lengthen spine, fill the lungs. Exhale, engaging. And then we'll pick up the right foot, flexed foot, knee, kind of hip length there, height. Swing the door open, plug it in. It could be high, medium, or low. And then your inhale, extending the arms up. They could be wide with the arms. You can even bend elbows, just as long as they feel active, especially in the hands. Yes, focus is forward, or if you need to, drop the eyes so you can actually look at something, maybe the outlet on the wall or the baseboard, or maybe looking at the edge of the mat in front of you. Good, yes. There it is. Good strength, good balance. Keep arms extended. We'll swing right knee forward, lifting knee, flexed foot. Plant the foot into the ground. There's our rebalance. And then your arms return to your side. You're done. Shake it loose. Shake out that left foot there. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose, come down if you'd like. Chaturanga Dandasana, just getting into a good vinyasa, but go at your own pace. And modify as needed. We'll meet in down dog. Let's return to that high lunge. You're going to inhale, extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. So shift weight back towards lifted left heel, find your center, then rise. Take your time if you need to. Settle in for a second. Strong reach, engage legs. Okay, back to our triangle setup. We're going to rise up, straightening the front leg, pivot left heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms to parallel. Okay, stay there. Now, the first time I kind of taught this, in the way that I've been doing this for a number of years, I imagine, you can rest your arms for a moment. I imagine that I'm like up against a wall and I kind of slide against the wall. That's kind of how I've been doing the pose. And so my hand, I don't go very far because this is as far as I can go, okay? You don't have to do it this way, okay? It's perfectly fine. It doesn't change the integrity of the pose to just push the hips back a little bit. That will allow you to go lower, okay? You don't have to push back too far, just a little bump, and then you can slide down if that's where you'd like to go, okay? Or more of that two-dimensional piece of paper, wallpaper effect. There, okay? All right, let's bring the arms back out. Okay, you can reach forward and then tip it over. Even push hips back a little bit if you want to steadily, easily guide your way down a little lower. Okay. Now what it does, yes, it gets you a little closer, maybe to the ankle, your foot, your toes. Let's stabilize where we are. Okay, you're going to lift your toes, just the toes if you can, and then press the right heel or even the balls of that foot into the floor. This should fire up the leg, helping to stabilize the leg and the hip. If you're low enough, take your peace fingers of the right hand and hook them around your big toe. If you can't reach, then don't worry about it. Okay, just another way of doing this posture. Nice. All right, let's release the toe, bend the knee, so we can have leverage to come up, reverse your warrior. Let's stay here for a moment just to get that other side stretch. Yeah, make sure the right knee is bending, coming forward. You're reaching up with the right arm, maybe slightly back to really reopen the right side of the body. Okay, and then a big cartwheel out of the pose, around and down to the floor. Let's step back into plank. Let's add something here. Let's set the right knee onto the floor, directly underneath the hip. You're going to swing the right foot off to the right side. I'm calling it a kickstand for balance. Then you're going to open up towards the windows. It's a side plank pose, just a variation of it, since we've got the knee on the floor. That's it. Now here, I would suggest pushing the pelvis forward rather than back like we did in triangle. Push it forward. It mimics more like that tree pose we did earlier. If you'd like, yeah, you can lift the left foot. You can even extend left arm overhead towards the front of the room. You can create a bind by reaching back to find the left foot when you bend the knee. Just some options. Nice. Okay. Breathing in. And with the exhale, we'll release and then carefully come back down to the earth. Left hand, left knee. Bring that kickstand back in. And while we're here, maybe cat and cow. Inhale, cow. That's the back bend. Exhale, round it out into cat. Just to get some good mobility through the spine and the hips. Okay, do it one more time. Inhale, cow. When you get to your exhale, hold cat for a few seconds. While you're in cat, tuck your toes and then lift your knees, send your hips into the air. You'll return to down dog. High lunge, other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. High lunge, right heel stays lifted. Find your center and balance. Rise only when you're ready. Once you're here, lock it in. Reach up, lunge low, hug legs in strongly. Good balance. We're going to rise up, straightening the legs. Pivot right heel to the floor. Turn sideways, arms to parallel. Okay, holding here for a moment. So same thing. Okay, so we're going to reach forward. Angled upper body rotate here. So we're first imagining we're against that wall, like a piece of paper. But we're going to push the hips back, if you'd like, just so you can slide down a little lower. Take your time if you do so. And then to help stabilize both the hip and this leg, Lift your toes, just your left foot, your toe, just the toes if you can. Pushing the heel and the balls of the foot into the earth. Feel that energy in the leg to help stabilize. You might, one, be able to go down lower, or just feel stronger where you are. And if you are low enough, take your peace fingers, and if you can, hook them around the big toe. Very dynamic stretch here. A couple more breaths. Yes. All right, release that bind, bend the left knee, giving you leverage to come back up, pass through your warrior two, reverse your warrior. Reaching up, make sure left knee is bent, lunging forward. As you're reaching up, maybe slightly behind you, really reopening left side body. Okay, we're gonna cartwheel out of the pose, back down to the floor with the hands, slide left foot back, plank pose. Pause for a second. Let's do our side plank variation. Set the left knee onto the floor, underneath the hip, swing the left foot off to the side, and open up to the side of the room. And there we are. Once you found your balance, getting that left foot in the right place, pushing the pelvis forward. In your upper body, especially your upper back and the back of your head, lean back. And that just lines you up nicely. There it is. If you want to lift the right foot, that means putting a little bit more weight and pressure in the left hand. For balance, maybe reach right arm and hand overhead. You can stay there. You can bind it by bending the right knee, reaching back, finding foot. Good. Inhale. And exhale, return to the floor, right hand, right knee. Kickstand comes in, cat, cow. Getting that mobility to return through the spine and hips. Okay. Then take a moment to sit back into hero pose. So you can just get off the hands for a moment. If this is too much for your joints, like your knees or ankles, just take a regular seat. Okay. All righty, let's see. For our next flow, I'm going to take us again through that high lunge. Let's see. Yeah, to high lunge. We're going to open it up to warrior two. We're going to take a side angle here, opening up. We're going to turn this into a side plank. So this left hand is going to come down to the floor. I need to change my back foot. It's going to come up onto the tiptoes, but then keep spinning that leg until the toes are pointing in the other direction. Just kind of force the body to turn that way. So I need to change this leg posture and take it back here. So it's going to take you to side plank. Now you can bring that knee to the floor and do this version, okay? Or keeping the leg straight and be here. Stay here if you can. Come out of it whenever you need to because we're going to add on. I'm lifting the hip, getting all this to rise so I don't sink. Lifting, and if I can, lifting that top foot, bending the knee, turning the knee up towards ceiling, bringing it in closer. Take peace fingers. Find the toe and extend. That might be your extension. Okay. And if you fall, you have to do it, make it really graceful. All righty. Or if you stay on the knee, you can still, okay, do an extension there. All righty. Downward facing dog. Easy. It's just yoga. It's just yoga. Here we go. High lunge. Inhale, extend right leg up. Yes. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. High lunge, left heel stays lifted. Shift weight back, light hands float up. There it is. Hold for a moment, engage. Legs, strong core, good length. Now, if you're deep in this lunge, okay, it locks the hips, which makes it a little tougher to open up to warrior two, because that's where we're going. So you might need to lift a little just to lighten this so you can easily turn warrior two. Make sense? Warrior two. Let's reverse the warrior first. Right hand up. And then side angle, right hand down, left hand up, right here. Okay, here comes our side plank. Inhale first. Exhale, turn left hand to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you, but keep turning that leg. It's an inner rotation of that leg. You can even set that knee onto the floor. Slide or pull right foot back. Okay, for your side plank. I'm taking the variation at the moment. You can do either. Yes. We're going for the leg extension if you want to take it a little deeper. Okay, if your knee is on the floor, maybe bend right knee, bring it in towards belly. Take peace fingers. Can you get that big toe and just kind of kick it out in front of you? Yes. Okay. If you're doing that other dynamic one, wow. It's pretty impressive. Yes. Can you get it? Can you get that toe? And extend. All right. Very carefully and gracefully, we're going to come out of that pose. Yikes. Floor comes at you fast, doesn't it? Come back to plank pose for a moment. Take a shortcut to down dog. Okay. Get some good re-extension of spine, which means just bend the knees a little bit more, lift the hips a little higher, hands press into the earth. Other side, inhale, left leg into the sky, left foot to the top of the mat on the exhale, high lunge, right heel stays lifted. Rising up, lock it in, feel all that good engagement to help with the balance. And again, if you really locked into that, it locks the hips. So just lift to unlock, pivot, right heel to the floor, turn sideways into a warrior two. Reversed warrior, so left hand reaching up, little cartwheel to side angle, left hand down, right hand up. And ready for our right side plank. Breathe in. Exhale, turn right hand to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Keep turning that leg. Slide or pull left foot back. Remember, you can set that right knee onto the ground. And that can be the end of the pose right there. If you want to add on, if you're in straight leg side plank, you can stagger the feet. You can just be there, okay? Or lift that left foot, bend the knee, bring it in towards belly. It takes a lot of balance to find that big toe, and then try to extend or do the other version. Nice, everybody. Release, carefully return to the earth. Yes. Plank pose. Finish with Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, and downward facing dog. Okay, one more standing posture. Breathe in. Exhale, bend knees, hop, step, or walk. Both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend through spine. Exhale, fold. Now you might need to bend the knees quite a bit here because you're going to slide your entire hand underneath your foot. So it means leaning back into the heels a bit. Pick up the foot. So you can slide the entire hand underneath from the front until your toes are right at your wrist, if you can. And then you kind of lean forward so you're doing a handstand. All right? Okay. Now another way, of course, is you're just got the toes at the knuckles. If you can, see if you can get the whole hand underneath you. Yes. It's getting the whole top of that, there you go, top of the palm. Since we do all those plank poses and down dogs, it's a force flex. This is a counter pose for the wrists. Yeah, when you think. Gorilla. That's the nickname. Okay, going to lean back so you can remove the hands. Okay, bend the knees, lower hips. Lift upper body to extend upper body. Inhale, reach out and up. We're going to keep this moving, reach high. Exhale, chair pose. We're going to come right out of this. Breathe in. Exhale, dive. Back down. Here we go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to the earth. Hop or step back. Plank. Come on down. Chaturanga Dandasana. We're going through a flow here. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg into the air. Right foot to the top of the mat. Back to a warrior one. Plant the left heel into the earth. Plug it in. Rise up. Exhale, open. Okay, warrior 2, reversed warrior, reaching up. Listen carefully, because we're going to windmill out of the pose. Bring your hands down to the floor. Take it back to down dog. So you're going to sweep this right leg back and up into the air. High lunge. Left heel stays lifted. Shift the weight back. High lunge. Once you're tall right here, keep rising. Prep for triangle. Straighten the front leg. Pivot left heel to the floor. Turn sideways. Arms to parallel. You can already start pushing hips back. Boom. So you can reach out, tip, reach down, find ankle, foot, toes, whatever you can reach. Okay. Stay here. You're just going to bend the right knee, kind of slide into a side angle. Right there. Okay, now we're going to that side plank. Breathe in. Exhale, turn. Left hand to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Keep spinning the leg. Slide right foot back. Stack it on top of the other. Or stagger. Or bring left knee to the ground. Yes. Now, if your legs are straight, they need to be straight. If your knees are even slightly bent, you're going to wobble and fall. Inhale. Exhale, let's return to the earth. Right hand, let's get back onto the toes. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Downward facing dog, or any other variation of movements to get you to down dog. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, extend left leg straight up and back. Exhale, left foot forward. Warrior 1, set up. Right heel to the earth. Plug it in. Rise when you're ready. Take your time. If you're resting, that's good. Open warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, left hand reaching up. Okay, windmill out of the pose completely, hands to the floor. We're sweeping left foot back and up into the air. Down dog, left leg up, high lunge. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Find center, rise. Once you're perpendicular to the floor, rise up, straightening this front leg. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways. Here's our flat wallpaper. Push hips back if you'd like, then reach out over the left thigh. So you can go a little lower and deeper if you'd like. Stay in the posture. Just bend the left knee until you're in side angle again. Yes. Side plank. Breathe in. Exhale, turn. Right hand to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Slide left foot back. Variation, of course. Right knee to the floor. Or if you're in with straight legs, be sure the legs are straight. Flex the feet, that'll help. There it is. Maybe lifting left foot, maybe going for that big toe. Yes, even just the attempt, even just picking up the leg. There you go. Inhale, here we go. Exhale, careful return to plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog or any other back bend. Downward facing. Okay, we're going upside down. You can hop from down dog. You can hop forward, cross legs, take a seat. So you're kind of hopping towards the top of the mat. Cross legs to take a seat. And then keep rolling back. Keep rolling till the legs perhaps can go up into the air. Okay, to shoulder stand. Or just carefully make your way down to seated. Lie down. You can even stay completely on the ground and just extend the legs. Variation is just for shoulder stand is to sit in your hands at the belt line. Or walk your hands more towards mid-back to free up the hips in order for the legs to go straight up. Stay here. You can take plow. You can certainly take a variation of the pose. Maybe bringing knees down towards forehead, not even touching the forehead. Start extending the legs towards the back of the room, and they don't even have to be straight. Or if you do straighten the legs, toes may or may not touch the ground. Just a couple breaths in this posture if you are in plow. Don't want to strain the neck. And make sure you're sitting in your hands so you can start to soften and slowly roll out of the pose. Coming back down to the floor. Let's go to fish pose. So extend the legs out front. For fish, you may want to get your arms underneath you. So I'm lifting my whole side of the body, getting my arm completely underneath, and then the other side. So straight arms, lying on top of the arms, palms flat on the earth. Long legs, pointed toes, and then push elbows into the floor to help lift up our body just a bit if you need to. Then arch the back. If your eyes were open, you can see the back of the room. Now the head might come down and touch the floor. Or you might be propped up high enough where you're not touching the floor. And if you got the head back too far, like mine is at the moment, it's hard to breathe. Okay, so you can even tuck the chin in. So the neck is a little bit more neutral, making it easier to breathe, but you're still in the back bend. Okay, just a couple more breaths. If you are in fish, lifting the head, tuck chin towards chest, lie back down, release the arms up from underneath you, and just rest completely in Shavasana for a moment. You'll feel that release, especially after that very active posture, those series of postures really. Letting it all go. Take some deep breaths. And while you're here in this quick restful moment, decide what you would like to do next. Kind of create your own closing sequence here if you'd like. I'll give you some options, some ideas, but certainly move in the way that feels good to you. You can certainly do a hip opener, and that might be happy baby pose, reclining cobbler's pose, or even reclining pigeon. So some hip variations, if you want to do hip openers. Maybe another back bend. We just did fish, but maybe you want to do a gentle supported bridge pose. You can do another leg extension. How about a twist? Maybe spinal twist. And even one more leg extension, maybe one leg at a time since you have that strap. Maybe you want to do one more stretch for the legs, getting a strap around a foot and extending if you'd like. Get a lot of dynamics in this practice. So really this is your opportunity to kind of wind down, do softer poses, even postures that are just more relieving to the body. Even if you do another hamstring stretch, keep it mild. Very good. Whenever you feel complete, again, just listen to your body. Whenever you feel complete with your closing sequence of postures, just find your way to a comfortable, relaxing position that could be Shavasana or any other restorative pose. something that does feel comfortable to you. You can breathe easily. The muscles of the body can readily disengage. Bless you. As you remain in stillness, return to the awareness of your breath. Simply take a deep breath in and out, just bringing you back to this moment, a return to the present. And continue with slow, steady breaths as a way to regenerate an energy within you. And as you begin to feel this energy move through your body, feel movement now return to your body. Continue to breathe, feeling movement return. When you're ready, carefully and slowly roll to one side of your body. And as you continue to move in slow motion, guide your way up to a seated position. Once you're here, just feel the re-extension of your spine, sitting up tall. Relax shoulders, arms, and hands. And one last movement together. We'll inhale, extend your arms out, then up. Good. Exhale, bring palms together and down to your heart. And take one more full breath in and out on your own here. Good. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.